Hello everyone, welcome to F1 2014. So amazingly then, this is my first video on F1 2014. I recorded this video a few months ago actually, just a couple of online sprint races with MarcoFD and Double D. MarcoFD of course is the guy who's effectively taken over from me and PC. He's going to be the champ this season, so a good job from him. And well, no practice at all. Literally first time on the game in a few months as well, so completely out of practice, and particularly on this track, no idea really what I'm doing. I've done a few laps on it, but not too many. MarcoFD coming inside there, just trying to hang on the outside, which I managed to do actually. I managed to take him back, so that's quite an achievement considering he's obviously well practiced at this game. Not sure about this track, but certainly this game. And yeah, like I say, so I've done no practice at all, you know, on this game for this. This was just literally just you know, let's do a few races and let's do it. And then just jumped on and did them, and it was as simple as that. Thought I'd record them as well, just to kind of see, you know, if they were worth putting up. And I thought they were. There's going to be about 4 or 5 races in this video. Only the final race will be the entire race, and I'll tell you why towards the end. But yeah, anyway, so equal cars as you probably expect online. And yeah, like I say, so first time on this game in a few months, and this track, when I first got the game, I probably did, I don't know, 10 or 15 laps on this track, so some, but not huge amounts. So I know the layout, but I don't know the braking points or anything like that. So I'm not expecting to be fast on this track. So it's a bit of a double whammy. First time on this game, and you know, first time on this track really, in quite some time at least. And just horribly messed up this final couple of corners, and Marco's going to fly past me, and there he goes. Going to try and get a little bit of slipstream with some rich mixture. Just worked quite nicely. I seem to be able to nail this first corner though, don't I? A little bit deep that time actually though. Good oversteer there. And Double D as well, he's also a PC split one driver. He's on a pad, Marco's on a wheel. So got a bit of a mixture here, which is quite nice. I'm of course on a wheel as you'd expect. And apologies for no face cameras. I haven't done the inside of Double D there, and we managed to retake him if I can get a good enough exit, which I can get a very similar exit to him. But yeah, apologies, no face cam. But again, this was recorded quite a few months ago before I had my webcam, so it wasn't possible for me to record webcam here, or the face cam rather. I've gone way too deep into that corner and just about keep on the curbs, don't go all the way off the track. But Double D just managed to absolutely fly past me now, and unless I can get him quickly, I expect that'll be it, because they will have better pace than me. Bit of oversteer there. And actually, I quite enjoyed this game, it must be said, during these races. I enjoyed it. It was good fun, especially racing against these guys. I didn't get frustrated with the handling. I enjoyed it. It was good fun. And I was planning to do, I did mention, I think I was planning to do a Singapore league race, as we will now skip to the next race because that race is over, I'm afraid. That's it. I finished 3rd and don't manage to get them back, and do reasonably well for pace, but just not fast enough to take them back. So we'll talk about that thing in a minute. But we're on the grid now for Suzuka. 5 light simmer away. Did a lean start then. I see that's what people tend to do. Oh, lots of wheel spin there though. Again, apologies for the throttle and brake overlay as well. Again, because this was just totally, you know, I was lucky I recorded it. It was just a total random, let's do a couple of races, just jumped on and did a few races. So yes, like I say, I'm lucky I recorded it, let alone throttle and brake overlay and face cam and all that. It wasn't planned at all. But pretty good start there. Managed to retain first once again. And yeah, so I did plan to do a one-off Singapore league race, because I've always wanted the Singapore circuit, and you know, it's a track I do actually enjoy. Most people hate, so I thought, you know what, give it a go. And I wouldn't say I hated every minute of it, but not far off. I did not enjoy it at all. The handling was just horrific. My problem with the handling, at least on Singapore, was that it just doesn't inspire you to push. You know, F1 2013 was fun because it wasn't hugely hard, but that's not really an issue for me. It's the fact that it was fun. It inspired you to push. It gave you a lot of confidence, and it meant you could push really hard. And you know, it wasn't easy to be fast by any means. But when you did, you know, start getting faster, you just got to get faster and faster and faster and faster, because you gain more and more confidence, and you just kept pushing and pushing. Lots and lots of wheel spin there and oversteer. But and that's what was fun about it. And this game has just completely lost that. It's just lost the confidence inspiring thing. You know, it's not just my lack of practice. It's just the way it is. And actually, he's flying on the outside there, Double D. A lot nice on the slipstream for him. See if we can have the inside. He's outbrake me for sure on the outside there. Of course, I'm not really sure about the braking points of things again. And pretty decent corner there. Managed to stay on the outside of him through the chicane, so that worked beautifully. And now actually back into first position. And Marco, I suspect at this point that he's hanging back and kind of just biding his time till the end, rather than, because he pretty much dominated the Red Bull Ring race. And well, this was quite a nice first corner until it went a little bit deep in the second part of it. And have a little look around the outside again, but I wouldn't imagine he can make that work. No way. And Marco, yeah, just hanging back there, just keeping his eye in, really. So, so far then, I've lost the race. And, well, if I keep this up, I'll be able to win this race, but they're all over me, so I need a certain good bit of driving. But, of course, I'm a very fast learner, so I will pick up the braking points on these very, very quickly. And I will get faster and faster and faster. So let's have a look at that 1.6 seconds. Everyone's covered by a 10th and a half. That's amazing. 1.6 seconds. Let's see if that goes up by much in this next sector. Try to flip it down to first. You get really good rotation at first, but it can let the rear end step out. And in terms of setup, I won't show them in this video. I'll mention it in the final video because we did something special for that one. But in the final race of this video. But we didn't, you know, there was no predefined thing for setup. But as far as I'm aware, there's no real setup tricks in this game. It's just, you know, the default setup works pretty well, and nothing really can help you all that much more than that. There's nobody actually gets a little bit of oversteer in that final corner there. And so I was 1.6 up on my previous. Let's see how much I gained in the middle sector alone. Well, nothing at all actually. Pretty consistent stuff in the middle sector. As he backs out of it this time. And we'll have a look at the inside. No, but I do have to dive because I see him on mirrors. They're just flying up the inside, so I do have to try and avoid him more than I think by going to the inside there. A little bit of corner cut there, a little bit of wheel spin on the exit as well. And well, I did gain 6/10 in the final sector, but that was, of course, I wasn't battling with Double D anymore. And they're just 3 tenths behind me then, so he's pretty close still. So he's certainly not letting me go. Neither is Marco. Marco's just sticking how close he wants to as I've actually managed to do a purple lap, but he's up the inside once again, but I get a better exit this time. Much better exit. Not stopping to do anything silly. And front end feels quite weak on this game. Unsurprisingly, the cars, of course, are supposed to have lost some downforce this year. I'm trying to see if that's flat. I don't know if it's flat. I think it's quite close to it from what I recall, but unfortunately I've lost the front and brake overlay. But purple first sector then, 8 tenths up in my previous, and I've gained, well, almost that on Double D, haven't I? So really, really good first sector then. So that just shows what sort of pace I've got if I can get a sector together and start to learn the track a little bit better. And let's see if I can keep that up then through this second sector. Hopefully I can. I said in second that time rather than going down to first, just because it gives you too much rotation and half spins the car sometimes. And so we were 8 tenths up, weren't we? So if we can get more than that in this sector, it would be a fantastic lap. So if we can hold it together for the final couple of corners. That was a nice line through Spoon. That was a nice exit as well. A little bit of wheel spin, but not too bad. And this should hopefully be faster than the previous lap. But it looks like Double D's actually gained on me a little bit though. Visually, maybe about the same actually. And 1.4, so I've gained another 6 tenths then in that middle sector. And we gained a 10th on Double D actually, so a little bit. So again, I've got the pace of them if I can get the laps together. And if we can nail this final sector, this might be a pretty decent lap. Lots of wheel spin there, but just, you know, correcting the oversteer ever so slightly. Yes, we can. So similar sort of final sector time as last lap, and do a 38.4 then. So I skip ahead to the final lap. You see Double D disconnects there, so that made it relatively easy for him. And Marco's pretty close behind me, but we're into the final chicane now. So unless I mess this up, I expect I'll be okay. I've had a poor lap, 8 tenths down. Just need a solid exit, and there we go. So I managed to beat Marco, and even though he hung back, I still managed to beat him. I'll make that 1-1. I'm counting. That's 1-1. As we go to Singapore now, this is at my request. This is separate to the Singapore League race practice I did. This was, like I say, well, I recorded this a good few months ago. So completely separate. Pretty easy start there. Marco definitely gets a better start. See if I can hang out on the outside though. Ooh, I'll take a few corrections there. I turn in a lot. I was a lot more reactive than I thought it was going to be all over the curb there. And almost effectively take him out. And now this one, I've pulled a bit of a fast one because I've basically gone full dry quick setup, but I've put my wings, I believe, to 11.11. So I've pulled a bit of a fast one, it must be said, on Marco. I believe he was just running, like I said, we didn't define it, but I believe he was just running a full quick setup. So I should hopefully have the pace if I can get the laps together. A little bit wide there though, all over the curb, lots of oversteer. 4 tenths it stands, a little bit deep in that one, but it was okay. He turned in early to compensate for it. That was a nice line through there. And well, we're actually managing to maintain the gap to Marco, aren't we? So we have got pretty decent pace in Singapore. At this point, I was starting to gain some confidence with the game. That's why I requested Singapore. And I was, you know, learning the handling traits of it and learning the feel of it. There we are, stayed to second in that corner, didn't go to first, which is a mistake I was making in Suzuka, isn't it? So yes, I'm just learning it and just getting better and better, learning the field, gaining more and more confidence. And accidentally went down second that time, all over the curb. They don't want to be touching that curb for sure. It's a double dip curb. It's not a nice one. 1.2 seconds to Marco then. And I can assure you, he won't be falling back on purpose this time. Not by that much. He'll want to try and stick close to me just to prove to me he's got the pace more than anything. But he won't want to be 1.2 back, that's for sure. And that was a pretty nice line through that, using a bit of understeer to my advantage. It's more difficult to do in this game with, using it again there, it's more difficult to do in this game with the weak rear end. It's absolutely nailing the curb on the inside there. And there we are, there's the first lap then, nice big gap, 1.4, so we're getting another couple of tenths to Marco. So let's skip ahead to the end of lap 2. And maintain the gap pretty much to him, look in the mirror, but just run a little bit wide there on the curb and end up in the barrier, which is going to surely allow him through, and there he goes. And make a bit of a hash of that final corner as well. Oh, wasn't great, was it? What's the gap? Well, just 2 tenths, but he's now ahead, so not ideal. So we'll skip ahead now to halfway around the 4th lap. And looks like Marco's running a little bit deep there, so I've managed to stick with him. So he's not pulled away, which is good. And, well, I had a much better chicane than him, that's for sure. Nice and close to him now. Do I go to first this time? No, I don't. Still sticking second around there. He goes a little bit deep, so might have a little look right now. He's outside into this next corner. I'm not going to Rich, though. Using a little bit of slipstream. Little like I was inside, but I was just scaring more than anything, which it worked. He's gone a little bit deep. And I'm all over his gearbox. Look at this, just 400s across that last count. And get it slowed down, get it down. He's gone a little bit deep once again. A little bit of a corner cut there. Going to try and hang around the outside for his next one, but doesn't quite work out. And he's still ahead for now. But I'm all over him, all over him. He's gone a little bit deep there. Again, a little bit deep there. He's gone, so I'm going to have a little clip inside for this next corner. See if I can get the move done, which I can. Not going to leave much room, though, which causes him to hit me. And a little bit of oversteer, but I get the move done. And that's me back up into P1 then. With just one more lap left to go. And what's the gap going to be? Just 6 tenths of a second then, as we, well, we'll skip to the next race. That was quite a comfortable win after that. I did have the pace for sure, so I wouldn't say I pulled away, but I certainly managed to maintain enough of a gap. Now, this is the final race. So this one, me and Marco said, right, let's both do full dry, quick setup, and let's have a proper race. I said, don't back off, don't mess about, just push, and let's see what we can do. So Hockenheim then, a circuit we both enjoy, I believe. And I'm not sure if he'd raced on this one at some point, and poor start for me. They got a little bit bogged down on the start, so it wasn't great. Full throttle through there, though. And nice solid slipstream. So, of course, he's starting on pole, getting the advantage, unsurprisingly. So I've pretty much nailed that corner straight away. Again, though, no practice, even though we decided to take this one seriously. I've not practiced on it any extra to what I already know. So, of course, I know the track layout very well, but I don't know the braking points for this game, really. A nice lot of slipstream here. This is good, this is good. Look at this. Look up inside then, see if we can outbrake him. And I can just about go down to first to try and get it rotated through this very slow corner. And that's move done then. So we're actually moved up into P1 against Marco. And like I said, Marco is the guy who's replaced me as the PC champion. He's not quite technically champ yet, but another race or two and he will be the new champion. So I've won the previous 3 titles. He'll be the guy to take over the reins from me in terms of title winner. So we know he's a very competitive guy. We know he's a very fast guy. And of course we know from last season as well. With him racing me, he was usually quite quick. And that was a pretty sweet corner. That one just got it hooked up beautifully, the front end. So again, we look like we've got pretty decent pace in this race. He's not all over me, is he? And I seem to be able to nail the apexes straight away. And actually just recalling, I did do a few laps practice on this track, but this was again months, probably at least 3 months before I did this races, so it's not fresh in my mind, that's for sure. But I did do a little bit of practice on this track, so I do sort of know it. I believe that's probably how I've instantly been so good at it. And just 4 tenths though, so I don't think we're going to get away in this race. Got a little bit deep there. And like I said, setup's exactly the same. Little bit of oversteer though, that wasn't ideal for short. Not quite alongside me yet, but I expect he will be very soon. He's very close to me now, under 2 tenths in fact. And 5 lap race of course. So we're going to be a few laps after this race. He's going to get lots and lots of slipstream. We're going to go to the inside though. I don't want to let him have an easy overtake. And we break again, very similar points. Down to first I went again, trying to keep it nice and tight, leaving some room on the outside, which I managed to do nicely. And that was all pretty tidy, wasn't it? And getting some slipstream running now. He does get a slightly better exit than me as expected on the outside. And as we dive up the inside here, get a little look, but I think about break myself. Yes, I have. Going to be all over the curb, not quite off the circuit, but that's going to allow him to fly back through. So a little bit too ambitious there on the brake pedal. A little bit of oversteer through that last corner. You need to be so. You can do that last corner full throttle. You just need to be really, really gentle with the wheel. As I've gone massively deep there, that's not ideal for short. So we've now lost quite a lot of time to him. I don't know if we'll be able to make it back up, to be honest. I need some very, very good laps to be able to make this time back up to him. Because like I say, we know how fast he is. A little bit too deep there as well, all over the curb. It's a sweet final corner though, barely any wheel spin at all. Let's get him, is it second? Yes it is, 1.1 seconds. DRS is enabled, but I might not get it. I think I was flat through that, but I did get a bit of a corner cut, but I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. It's not a big deal, not in these races. He's done 15.5, he did 17.0 that last lap, so quite a lot faster than me. And hopefully I will get DRS. Here's the detection point. I think I might have been within a second. 7 tenths purple faster than anyone, and I am. 8 tenths back from him only. So it means I will get DRS, a little bit of slipstream as well, but I'm a little bit too far back to get any serious slipstream. So it's looking pretty good. Nice solid DRS. Can I get slowed down with DRS effect? A little bit deep, but not too bad. He's gone deeper than me for sure. Try and get a clean exit. Lots of wheel spin, but not too bad. I'm now in a slipstream. So looks like I might have the pace then. Might be able to claw this back, but I tell you, this is tough. This is tough. I need to hold on to a slipstream. Gone a little bit deeper there again. On the curb, not ideal. Can I get through this corner without... Yes, I can, but I believe I've backed out the folder slightly there. And 1.6 up on previous, but he's now 9/10 up on me, so I might lose DRS once again on him, unfortunately. Needing a solid final sector. There was 2 DRS zones, one on the start-finish straight. You see on the mini-map. One on the start-finish straight, one on the long back straight. And come on, just to push this now. I think I might be near enough a second. I've gone deep there, though. You can see I'm just pushing, just trying to see if I can bridge the gap. Of course, I've won all but the first race against him so far. And a 15-1, much more representative lap. 1.2 seconds then, so I won't get DRS, but if I can push hard enough in this next corner, I might be able to sneak it again down the long back straight. He's done 15.0, just a 10th up on me then, so it is very close stuff. And looks like he's not at an ideal, second or third corner there. And I've got 1,000s up on previous then, so pretty consistent as well. Purple fast for anyone. I do get DRS as well then, 9/10 back from him. So we've got 2 laps left to go, including this one. So effectively going to have one more real pass opportunity into this corner. And I get it also down nicely, so does he though this time. And like I said, he's pushing. He's not backing off me this race. We agreed before the race we're both going to push. He's pushing. He's trying to bridge the gap to me, and he's doing it pretty well. He's still near enough. Probably just over a second again from me now. So I've gone too deep once again. Not too bad, actually. Got it hooked up quite nicely. Bit of oversteer on the exit, though. Once again, I've gone too deep in there. Don't know if that was full throttle. I don't think it was. Just been trying to be too gentle on the steering there. 1.1 down on him now, then. So not ideal. Better corner, though, that last one. And this is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. I really need DRS in the final lap to be in with any sort of shot of nailing him. And need a solid final couple of corners, which it was. Very good, very good. That was pretty good. That was very good, in fact. And I might just about get DRS, will I? So I did 15.0 that time and 7.78 on him, so I should get DRS. Oh, a bit of oversteer there. I will get DRS. There it is. And even up to 8th gear then, so I'm going to gain nicely on him. And if I can get also down, no, but I've gone deep. I've gone deep. That's not ideal. I've tried to get out of his dirty air there to get a better exit through this corner, which I managed to do, but I've certainly lost a good few tenths there. I've also got DRS only 6/10 back, but that wasn't ideal. I needed to try and break a little bit earlier than that. And up to 7th, up to 8th. Come on. Come on. I can do this. I can do this. Going to look on the outside then. I do manage to outbrake him quite massively. Going to try and cut back under him now and see if I can get on the power a little bit better than which I can. I can do. Oh, a bit of contact there, though. Bit of a side pod glitch. And I felt there he didn't quite leave me enough room, but we're still all over his slipstream for now. And we're on Rich. Make sure going to look on the outside. He's going to defend the inside this time. Managed to outbrake him once again, get it all turned in, and try and get a decent exit around the outside here, which we managed to do nicely. We're still alongside, we're going to be on the inside for the next corner then, and that's going to put us just ahead. We're going to be on the inside once again for this next corner, and just 17 thousandths even, and it looks like he's backed out of it there. So we've managed to take the lead once again. We've got another couple of corners left to go, and that'll be me taking the lead in this fully representative race. And, well, hopefully I'm going to have a pretty good final corners last few laps, so hopefully I can nail them once again, which I can indeed. Yep, there we go. Nailed him beautifully then. I managed to take the win with a well, fantastic final lap. And, well, just look at the fastest laps there. Well, first of all, let's look at what I've typed to him. Woo, ha, 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 D-face. There we are. So you can tell that I was quite happy about that. And but look at those fastest laps. Absolutely identical to the 1,000th. And I can tell you, on my screen it didn't go purple, but on his screen it told him I got the purple. So we've got no idea who got the fastest laps. But tell you what, what a way to end these races there, with me taking the win by just 4/10 with some epic driving from both of us. Really good battling there, really clean stuff. Generally speaking, I felt like it didn't give me enough room a couple of times, but nonetheless it still worked out for me in the end, and very, very happy with that, that's for sure. But like I said, absolutely identical fastest laps. That's amazing, isn't it? But I'll certainly take that then. Won all the races, bar the first one. So I'll take that. And, well, how many was there? Was it 3, 4 races? Something like that. So anyway, yes, I'll take that. But as I said, I was going to do a league race. Decided against it just because I just don't like the handling in this game. These races were really, really fun. I'm tempted to try a career mode still. I might try it. I'm tempted to even try using a pad, to be honest with you, just to see if I enjoy it a little bit, because I do enjoy the racing, and but I don't want to be doing that if I can help it. But anyway, hope you enjoyed these races anyway, and well, pretty amazing that in March this is my first F1 2014 video, only 5 months late, and I thank you for watching. Bye bye.